Good morning, students. In this video we are going to see the geography lesson number 4, agriculture. Lesson number 2 and 3 is already deleted from the syllabus by the CBSE. So types of farming, first one in the lesson chapter agriculture, we are going to study types of farming. The cultivation methods depend upon the characteristics of the physical environment, technological know-how and the socio-cultural practices. Everywhere in Indian states, we have got different types of cultural practices. According to the climatic conditions, or maybe according to the relief features or soil types, agriculture is or types of farming is varied from one state to another. The types of farming we are going to see today is the first one, primitive subsistence farming. It is also called slash and burn agriculture. Farmers clear a patch of land and produce cereals and other food crops when the soil fertility decreases, and they move to another areas wherever there is a fertile soil, and this is also called shifting cultivation. In different states, it is known as in different names. In the northeastern states, it is also known as jumming. And in Madhya Pradesh, we can call it as a slash and burn agriculture. So different names are there. At least you have to remember the names of this shifting cultivation in Indian states. This all depends on the land productivity of the area, because they shift from one place to another. After 1 year of cultivation, they move to another area. Traditionally, the traditional tools are used. The natural manures are using. The traditional tools just like spade, hoe and hoe is used. No chemical fertilizers or modern farming methods are used. Second one is intensive subsistence farming. This type of farming is practiced in the areas of high population density because the land holding in their hand is very less, and they try to produce more from the small land area. There it is practiced because of with household labor, more biochemical inputs and irrigation facilities, etc. So that is the second one. Third one is commercial farming. Of course, commercial farming you might have heard about. It is commercially produced for the market purpose. Here, commercial farming we can call plantation type of agriculture. Same variety of crops are planted in a larger area, and modern farming methods and irrigation facilities are used. So these are the three types of farming. First one, primitive subsistence farming. Second one, intensive subsistence farming. And third one is commercial farming. Now we are going to see the cropping pattern. Mainly in India, we can see that there are three cropping patterns. One is the Rabi, second one is Kharif, and third one is Zaid. So the main points we have to remember is that when is the Rabi season? It starts from the winter, from October to December, and harvesting season is summer season from April to June. This is of Rabi. And Kharif crop from beginning on the onset of rainy season between April and May. Then harvesting is taking place in the month of September to October. Now third one, Zaid season is there. In between the Rabi and Kharif season, there is a short season during the summer months known as Zaid season. Most probably is this time we get the melon types of fruits and crops. Important crops we can see that in the Rabi season we can see wheat, barley, peas, gram and mustard is produced. But in the Kharif season we can see paddy. Paddy means rice, maize, jowar, bajra, tuar, that means arahar, moong, urad, cotton, jute, groundnut and soybean types of plants are planted and they have harvesting. Inside season, I already told you, just like watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, vegetables and fodder crops are grown in the Zaid season. So remember, these are the three types of cropping pattern. One is Rabi, second one is Kharif, third one is Zaid. Now we are going to see what are the major crops in India. The very first one is rice. Second one is wheat, then millets, then pulses, tea, coffee, sugarcane, oil seeds, cotton, jute, etc. These are the main crops. One by one, we are going to see what are they. Rice, it is a kharif crop. Also, already I told you, and as I used the name paddy. The rice, it is a kharif crop. It requires high temperature and high humidity with annual rainfall above 100 centimeters. India is the second largest producer of rice in the world after China. So that means China is the top in production of rice. Second one is India. It is grown in the plains of north and northeastern India, coastal areas, and the deltaic region of India. So mainly you remember about what are the climatic conditions required for the rice cultivation. I told temperature, high humidity, and the rainfall above 100 degree centimeter. Okay. The next one is wheat. This is a Rabi crop. It requires cool growing season and bright sunshine at the time of ripening. It requires 50 to 75 centimeters of annual rainfall evenly distributed over the growing season. Ganga Satluj Basin or plain, northwest and black soil region of the Deccan are the two wheat growing areas of India. It is the second most important cereal crop and main food crop in the north and northwestern part of India. Wheat is used mostly in the north and northmost states of India. It is the main food crop for them. Third one is millets. In the absence of rice and wheat, the people of India use more millets, just like jowar, bajra, and ragi are the important millets grown in India. Ragi means it is a food crop, not the rye I am talking about. Ragi, which we can convert into flour. These are known as coarse grains, have very high nutritional value. Jowar, the third most important food crop with respect of area and the production. It is a rain-fed crop, mostly grown in the most areas, mainly produced in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh. Bajra grows well on the sandy soil and shallow black soil. Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Haryana, we are having more production of bajra. Third one is ragi. It is a crop of dry regions, grows well on red, black, sandy, loamy, and shallow black soils. Major producing states are Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Jharkhand, and Arunachal Pradesh. Next one is maize. It is a kharif crop. Maize is a kharif crop. It requires temperature between 21 degrees Celsius to 21 to 27 degrees Celsius and grows well in the old alluvial soil. It is used both as food and fodder. Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana are having the production of ragi crops. And it is the main food in the Karnataka state, the ragi. Next one is pulses. Pulses, India is the largest producer of pulses in the world. Pulses are the major source of protein in the vegetarian diet. Major pulses, as I already told you, I had taken the name Tuar Arhar. Tuar or Arhar, same thing. Urad, Moong, Mazur, peas, and gram. These are the main pulses produced in India. And in the rotation with other crops, in Indian farmers are cultivating this in rotation with the other crops because these are the leguminous crops. Leguminous crops means they are increasing the fertility of the soil except arahar. The rest of the pulses help the soil to retain its fertility. That is why the Indian farmers grow in between the other crops. Next one is food crops other than grains. First one is sugarcane. Food crops other than grains. Sugarcane is not a grain. It is a tropical as well as subtropical crop. Of course, you know that what you mean by tropical area and subtropical area. This is nearby equator up to the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. It is called a tropical area, and beyond the Tropic of Cancer and below the Tropic of Capricorn, the areas are called subtropical area. So the sugarcane can be cultivated in both the areas. It grows well in hot and humid climate with a temperature of 21 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius, and it requires an annual rainfall between 75 centimeters and 100 centimeters. Variety of soils can be planted, even the black soil and the laterite soil also. Sugarcane is planted. Needs manual labor from sowing to harvesting, but it takes 1 year long to have a production of sugarcane. We use the sugarcane for a production of the jaggery. Jaggery means good, khansari and molasses. The major sugarcane producers or producing states in India are Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Bihar, Punjab and Haryana. Okay, then we are going to see the oil seeds. What are the main oil seeds found in India? So we have different types of oil seeds. One by one I will inform you. First one is groundnut. Groundnut is a kharif crop. Accounts the major oil seed produced in India, and Gujarat is the largest producer also of the groundnut. Remember, these are the objective type questions. Who is the largest producer of groundnut? Already informed you, Gujarat is the largest producer of groundnut. Second one is mustard. Mustard is a rabi crop. Then sesame. Sesame means til, a kharif crop, and it is also a rabi crop in South India. Custard seeds, it is grown in both rabi and kharif crop. Then linseed, it is a rabi crop. Then we have coconut, soybean, cotton seeds and sunflower. Mainly these, of course, you know that in India they are used as a medium of cooking. But other than that, we are using some of the soils to produce soap, detergents and the cosmetics and ointments. Oils are used. Now we are going to see the beverage crop. Beverage crop for refreshment, whatever things we are using. It is first one is tea. It is already, we know that tea production in India started by the British East India Company in India. The tea plant grows well in the tropical and subtropical climatics with a deep and fertile, well-drained soil, rich in humus and organic matter. Tea bushes require warm and most frost-free climate all throughout the year. Frost cannot be trapped on the leaves; it damages the leaf. Tea is a labor-intensive industry. It needs more labor work and skilled laborers, cheap labor it requires. Major tea producing states are Assam, hills of Darjeeling and Jailpalgudi districts, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Second one is coffee. Coffee, in India we have got a variety of coffee. The Arabica variety which was brought from Yemen and planted in India is in the world demand. Arabica coffee. Its cultivation was introduced on the Baba Bhudan hills and is confined to the Nilgiri is in Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Most of the coffee production is in South India. Okay, that's all about the coffee. Next one is horticulture crops. Horticulture, what do you mean by horticulture? The cultivation of vegetables and fruits is known as horticulture. Of course, you know that India produces a variety of fruits and vegetables. You know that the mangoes of Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Uttar Pradesh, oranges of Nagpur and Cherrapunji, bananas of Kerala, Mizoram, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu, lychee and guava of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, pineapples of Meghalaya, grapes of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Maharashtra, apples, pears, apricots and walnuts of Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. Of course, they are world famous. Apples and apricots are produced in Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. So these are all about horticulture crops. Now we can see some non-food crops, just like rubber, fiber, cotton, jute. Rubber, it requires a moist and humid climate with rainfall of more than 200 centimeter and temperature above 25 degrees Celsius. It is an important raw material for the industries. Okay, of course, you know that tire production, all these things. Rubber is produced mainly in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka, yes, and in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands also. Next one we are going to see after rubber is fiber, cotton, jute, hemp, and natural silk are major important fibers. Of course, you know that cotton, world famous cotton produced by India. Even the Queen of Britain used to have the dresses were out of India. Uh, of course, natural silk is obtained from the cocoons. You know the cultivation of cocoons. They are is also planted in India. It is called sericulture. Cultivation of the cocoons and the production of silkworms. These are called sericulture. And we have in the Karnataka, Tamil Nadu region, we have the production of this. Cotton, it requires temperature, light rainfall, 210 frost-free days and bright sunshine for its growth. It especially grows in the black soil, most probably in the Deccan region and the Gujarat region it is produced. Next one is jute. It is known as the golden fiber. Jute is known as the golden fiber. Another objective type question. It is used in making gunny bags, mats, ropes, yarn, carpets, and other decorative artifacts in India. Of course, government also is giving subsidy for the production of the jute. Now the second part, last part, we are going to study what are the institutional and technological reforms introduced by the government in India. Shortly, I will tell you that the schemes introduced by the government so what are they? They are such. First one is the Kisan Credit Cards (KCC), personal accident insurance schemes, and the special weather bulletins through the Akashvani and Doordarshan were telecasted by the Indian government to give the information to the farmers, even to the fishermen also they give warning what is going to happen the next 24 hours. The government announces minimum support price, remunerative and procurement prices for important crops to check the exploitation of farmers by speculators and the middlemen. You know that FCI is collecting the food crops in India. Food Corporation of India with the minimum support price. The government announced the minimum support price before the harvesting so that the farmers can take initiative in the production of different crops. Now, what is our contribution of agriculture to the national economy and employment and output? Of course, in the smaller classes, you have studied that our GDP, major share of GDP is coming from the agriculture. Around 52% of the total workforce is working in the farm sector, agriculture sector. Indian Council for Agricultural Research, agricultural universities, veterinary services, and animal breeding centers, horticulture development, research and development in the field of meteorology and weather forecast, etc., are a few of the initiatives introduced by the government to improve the Indian culture or Indian agriculture. More than that, you can also come to know that we have got many globalization. We have impact of globalization on the agriculture also. That is the last part of this chapter. According to the globalization, you know that the Indian farmers are hard to compete with international market. What is the difference between Indian farmers and the Western farmers? You know that their country, country produces more subsidy rate for the farmers, but on the other hand, Indian farmers are, in that case, they are lagging behind. Indian government, they are not taking care of the farmers, or neither they give good subsidy rate for farmers. So, if our producers want to compete in the international market, surely, in my opinion, government have to take care of these farmers of India, and they should have a good production according to the climatic conditions of India. So that's all in this video, dear students. I will be giving you notes of this important summary of this lesson. You can write down the notes, NCERT questions, as well as the exercise questions from the notes, as well as in the textbook. please go through the textbook and read many times so that you can attempt any objective type questions from the lesson. Thank you very much.